Alright, this is a drum I've been hanging on to for a while now. I let it sit around without finishing it just because I knew I wanted to make a video about it. Just didn't quite know how I wanted to go about it. But here it is, a slot pipe band drum, or St. Lawrence O'Toole pipe band drum from 2018. I bought it directly off of Creighton. He was really cool to talk to me and sent me a bunch of stuff with it, so thanks again. It's a Premier HTS 800. It's got a 6-ply birch shell, chrome hardware. It's really a cool chrome carbon fibery wrap thing. Weighs a whopping 17 pounds, and this specific drum was used by Grant Cassidy. Yeah, that Grant Cassidy. Alright, so starting in on this drum, first things we got these snares. So they're actually glued into the top mechanism. I don't know exactly why they chose to do that, but who am I to tell them what to do? So I'm going to try to get that off. I don't particularly like that, but yeah, that's kind of weird. Then going over to the hoops, actually the tension rods are missing washers on just the top rim. So that's really weird because there's, as you can see, there's some on the bottom but not the top. And then the shell is actually wrapped. It's not a lacquer finish, so it's kind of weird for a high-end drum. I also need to put some white lithium grease on the tension rods. This is just the brand that I choose to use. As you can see here, I also am using just a tiny amount of Windex and just trying to clean up and polish the chrome as much as possible. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, do what you can. I also roughly am going to get the shell with just some soapy water, so there you go. With this being Utah as well, sometimes I'll apply a thin coat of oil just because the shell is more prone to cracking here in the dry climates.
I have been going at this thing for like 20 minutes trying to get this stuff off. I don't know whether or not I would need to like heat treat it or not. You can kind of see I was trying to stab at it. These snares are not wanting to come off this top rack. They are essentially glued in with like a rubber coating. Really weird. Granted, the snares are fine now, but in the future, if I ever have to change that, I'd be kind of screwed. So for now, I'm going to call it fine, I suppose. Okay, head change time. So top we got Andante Cortec Elite, and for the bottom we have a Remo Hazy Ambassador. Could have kept the old heads on them, but for one he signed them, so that's kind of cool. I wanted to put those on my wall. And for two, I absolutely do not like the sound of the Evans black heads or the Evans bottom heads.
Okay, it's time to put on the rim. I'm going to start by just getting everything, just finger tight, just all the way down, just trying to get it started at least. Here you'll see that I always, when I tension a head, I always go in a star pattern. That's just what I was taught. I've seen other people just do a circle around, but I was told that this just helps keep the tension a lot more even, almost like putting on a new tire. That's as much as I'm going to do with it for today. Got it tensioned on both sides evenly. Got it looking snazzy. Oh, there we go again. Then tomorrow we'll tune it up some more. Tune it up some more really for the whole week until we get it about where we want it. And then we'll try it out, see how it sounds. I think it's important to remember too that when tuning your snare drum, you really want to do it gradually. You want to take, really like a whole week to do it. If not, the heads are going to stretch, everything's going to be tightened too quickly, and then you're not going to get the result you want. You're going to get a very flat sound, and it's going to be more prone to breaking. Just finishing up putting on the carrier attachment, and sometimes it's a pain, but went fairly easy this time, and then take it outside and see how it sounds.